Today we are going to look at 2017 paper 2 of June POE number 2. Here we are presented here with some ledger accounts of Orilla Unisex Hair Salon, and we are asked to answer some questions over here in the spaces. Using the accounts on page 8, give one example of each of the following types of account. The nominal account, a nominal account, a profit and loss account, expense account, wages we have here. Then we have a personal account. There are actually two personal accounts here, Emily Hair Products and Izimoto's company. So we place those in. A current liability, we see we are owing Emily Hair Products, so we have Emily Hair Products. Then we have a non-current asset, that should be our motor vehicles here, and a long-term liability, the 6% 5-year loan, that's more than 1 year, so it's a long-term liability. Part 2 asks us, in the space provided on the form below, write a narrative to explain each transaction identified by the date it occurred. On the 1st of May, and that's over here, we have the balance brought forward of 15,000 in the motor vehicles account. So we identify that as brought forward balance of 15,000 from April in the motor vehicles account. On the 3rd of May here, we have 15,000 in the motor vehicles account and another 15,000 in the motor vehicles account here, and a 40,000 in Easy Motors, and a 40,000 here in Easy Motors again, and a 25,000 in Easy Motors here. So what we can see happening here is that we have traded in a vehicle for 15,000 for a new or another vehicle worth 40,000, and we are paying the difference in a check of 25,000. Okay, so we write that in. Traded motor vehicle is valued at 15,000 for one valued at 40,000. Easy Motors Company paid check of 25,000. The next is May 6th, and we find May 6th here. You see drawings $250. So Orilla withdrew stock for own use valued at $250. How we know it's stock? Because it's credited in the purchases account, not in the cash account. And on the 7th, May 7th, we have capital of 1550 in the wages account. So that means, or it's a paid wages of 1550 from a private money. So we'll have to put it in as capital in the business, and also we have to record the wages expense. Phoenix processes records its weekly cash flow in the format below. The records are for the first week in the month of July 2016. So we have two columns, debit and credit, and another debit and credit here, right? So we got that one is for the cash and one is for the bank, so from the opening balance. Okay, so we have what kind of entry is the one made on 3rd of July 2016. On 3rd of July, we have the cash sales of 25,690, and then we have deposited cash in the bank of 25,000 and 25,000. So I think this is the one they're looking at, and that is a contra. Using the form on page 11, prepare the cash book of Phoenix processors for the month of July 2016, including the transactions of the first week. Okay, so here we have the opening balances, and we put those in. Cash 2350, and the bank 11,890. Then we have on the third the cash sales. Put that in on the debit side. And then on the third again, we deposit in some of the cash. So we credit it in cash and we debit it in the bank account. It's a contra entry. Purchases paid by check, 10,450 is a credit side. And then we have the cashier withdraws cash from bank, another contra. So we take it out of the bank and we put it in cash. And on the 8th, owner withdraws from bank to pay his house rent. So this is another form of drawings. So we take, and on the 9th, S. Francis paid us with a check for 2,000 and the remainder in cash, 2,050. So that means he paid us $2,050, $50 in cash and 2,000 by check. So that comes on the debit side. S. Francis 15 cash, 2,000 in debit. And on the 10th, cash sale deposited immediately into the bank account. So we have to have cash sales and we put it immediately into the bank account. 11, payment to creditor J. Davis by check, 9,900. So it's a bank payment. And 18, purchases paid for by bank's credit card, 12,000. Purchases 12,000. 25, on the 25th, we have cash sales of 6,840. Cash sales 6,840. And on 29, wages paid in cash 4,500. 9 wages 4,500. And then they did not ask us to balance it, but we'll balance it anyway. So we begin with the cash column. We add up the cash row and we get 36,100, and we add up the cash on the side and we get 36,100. Then we minus the 4,500 and the 2,500 from it, 25,000, sorry, and we get 6,600. That is our balance carried down on the 31st of May. We go move to the bank column. Notice that the debit side is greater, so we add that side first. Bring across the balance to the column there, and we minus all these items here from 58,110, and we will get 4,680, and we bring down the balance the following month. August 1st balance brought down.